again, give me one more second, guys. I just need to do one thing here very quickly. So I'm still here. I'm still here. I gotta do that so you know I'm here. I just need to make sure that I can see it on my iPad. So hang tight. Bear with me for a moment. Uno momento, por favor. Let's go here. I'm still here. Look, there's my little hand. I'm still here. Oh my gosh, I'm such a dingling. I'm still here. Anyhow. Let me come over here. I'm still here. I'm just actually should probably just do this so you can see that I'm still here. I just have to change the view so I can see it on my iPad, okay? No, go away, go away. Go away. Do I have some of you again? Angel time! Oh, I missed it. Gosh darn it. You guys, weirdest thing, and it happened earlier this week too. I have no clue what's happening. It is, I mean, I've been doing these for years. So, not sure what's going on. All right, so this one I just need to say, hang on, edit. Oh no, I just need to be able to see it. So I have to put it in one spot so I can see it on my iPad. Save. So that was a little break. We had a little break there. That's all right. Okay, back in here. And there we go. Now I can see it. Maybe. Yes, we're back. Okay. Wow, you guys, I'm sorry. Who knows? Who the heck knows? Technology. It has not been my friend this week. I'm picking the things up that I dropped on the floor earlier, so hang on. Because we're having too much fun, or I am. I'm having too much fun to stop. So we're gonna keep going. All right. Oh, there I am. Wow, sorry about that. Okay, I am going to rotate the camera, friends, and then we'll keep going. Okay, so hold on. Rotating the camera in 1, 2, 3. Colleen, it has been installed for like a month. That's not it. We don't know. Who knows? Who knows? All right, and then I'm going to have a quick drink of water. Deborah said, didn't buy the puppy hearts. She had a lot from LA Studio. Their color rubs off on the opposite page. Do the Doodlebug ones have the same issue? I don't think so. Not that I have seen, Deborah. Not that I have seen. I'd have to look though. Let me see if I used any of them in here, and then we'll just know. I will look very quickly. Where are the hearts? Where are the hearts? Let's see. I do not. Well, where did I use them last? I know I've used them tons of times before. Okay, here we go. No, they do not. Those are the tangerine hearts. And there is no rub off in color at all on that side. Okay, no rub off at all. Oh, thank you, Colleen. Look the phone's not plugged in now. There we go. Yeah, they don't rub off on the opposite page. All righty, we're back to working again. So what I was saying when we were so rudely interrupted by the interwebs, I am going to use the one of the dot markers, and I'm using the dot marker from the mild smoky set. So I have 2 sets of dot markers on my website. One is the mild colors and one is the mild smoky. This is from mild smoky. It's called pale turquoise. So I am going to use this for bullets. Oop, I better attach this little guy. I'm going to use it as a bullet in between my my little acronym. So I will write the acronym, I will write what it stands for, and then I will put a bullet in between that one and the next one. That is my plan. So acronyms, let's talk acronyms. What if you were listing, or even if you're not listing, what would be on your acronym list? Like, didn't mean you even have to use it, but just what would it be? What would be on your acronym list? So right there. Oh, that's like a perfect match. Okay. The first thing, and these are in no particular order, on my acronym list would be ASAP. ASAP. That is as soon as possible. All right, ASAP. Next one, FOMO. FOMO. Fear of missing out. Next up, AKA. Do I have AKA on my list? I do not. AKA, also known as. I have to mark these off as I go. Oh, LOL, okay? LOL. It's either lots of love or laugh out loud. I think most people, it's laugh out loud. In my sorority back then, it was lots of love. Let's see what else we have. FYI. Do I have FYI on my list? I do. FYI equals for your information. Oh, I know. Okay, I remember now. I still don't remember who suggested this list. But the person that suggested this list was telling us that, I know what I'm going to do. Okay. The person that suggested this list was telling us that she was a teacher. And during the pandemic, she had to make a list of acronyms and what they stood for because all of the kids in her classes were using acronyms like in the Zoom and in the chat and things like that. And so much of it, she didn't even know what the things meant. So that was the origin of this list. That's where that came from. Let's try these. So what could be kind of fun? Right now, it is a little bit harder to see what the acronym is versus what the description is. So there's a couple things I could try. One thing that I could do would be to, I'll show you here. We'll decide what we like here. Christy! Yes, Christy! I loved that idea. That was such a fun idea. So we're doing it. All right, so let's take the one ASAP. There's 3 different things we could possibly do here. Well, we could do more than 3, but one is we could draw a little box around each one, each of the acronyms, so they stand out a little bit. And then maybe take one of our watercolor pencils or a regular colored pencil and do that. Outline it. Okay, so that would help it to stand out a little bit, right? If I did that. Or we could also color it in. Or we could take one of our click art pens, and I need to write ASAP again. I can then write over the top of each of those. So I could do this. Not that one. That is a little bit probably more in your face than I would like. Although, I mean, it would totally stand out, wouldn't it? It would for sure stand out, but not that one. That is a little bit too bright for me. That one is from the standard set. Let's see, there's other pinks. Let's look at this one and see if we wanted to do a pink. That one's not open yet. So if you were with me at the beginning, it's these pens that I was using, that I used to do the, when I showed you that new stamp that I have coming, one of the new stamps. These are what I use to color them in. So I could do that. I like that color better. I don't know, it would be really bright. I think I'm not going to do that. I am going to do, oopsie, where'd that go? I am going to do, yes, Deborah. So I do have highlighters, I have brush markers, I've got all kinds of things I could play with, huh? But I think what I'm going to do, just the outline with the, with this guy. So we'll just see like that. And then like that, and that will help it to stand out. FOMO, AKA, LOL, FYI, so I outlined, and then I'm basically just writing over that again with the pen. So there, it makes it stand out a little bit more, a little bit easier to see what the acronyms are. All right, that's what we're doing. Autumn, the markers are really fun, for sure. They are really fun. Colleen just made a very good point about acronyms. Depending on the industry you work in, acronyms can mean something totally different, right? Absolutely. Nancy says she's in the military. She knows all about acronyms. They have an entire different book for acronyms, right? Well, even like the alphabet, because if you're, I guess, I don't know, on radio or whatever, in the military, you have to have, each letter, it's not an acronym, but each letter has its own name, right? Like Charlie, Bravo, whatever. Yes. In my honest opinion, I love you. ILY, IMHO. Okay, let's keep going. So we had an FYI for your information. We have YOLO. YOLO is you only live once. At least in my definition. It could have a different, Alpha, Beta, Charlie, Delta. Yes. And then I get confused in my head, Nancy, because then I know the Greek alphabet, because when you're in the Greek system, you have to learn the Greek alphabet. Yes. Alpha, Beta, Gamma, Delta, and in a song. Well, just because that made it easier in a song. Anything in a song is easier to remember, right? All right, YOLO, and then we have, GOAT. Yes, GOAT. GOAT is a newer one, I think, right? I don't think GOAT was around 5 years, maybe, ago. Greatest of all time is GOAT. You hear like different sports people kind of refer to that sometimes, like Tom Brady, I think they call him a GOAT. What I'll probably do is I will probably do all of these and then come back and do this little part after. I won't bore you guys with that part after. All right, greatest of all time. What else do we have? FOMO. Yes, we did FOMO. Hi, Mom. Yes. Hi, Layle. It's Mom. Better late than never. Well, and I don't know how you found me on this one instead of the last one, because this is a totally new, we had to start over a little bit ago because we were having technical difficulties. Okay, we got YOLO. Okay, GOAT. Here's another one. IDK. I don't know. IDK is I don't know. I think sometimes our younger son, Sam, will say IDK. That sounds like something that he says. Oh, here's another one. IMHO. I'm having a hard time reading my writing. IMHO is in my humble opinion. In my humble opinion. OMG, yes. That is another one that is on my list. And Jackie. OMG. And that could either be oh my gosh or oh my God, depending on, right? I probably say oh my gosh just because I don't know. I've always said gosh. Part of that's a Utah thing. For all intents and purposes, Utah. We moved here when I was in 4th grade. So gosh is a thing in Utah. And so is heck. Oh my heck. Okay, OMG. Then we also have, let's keep going. Or oh my goodness, yes. Oh, MIA. Yes, you know what? MIA is not in my list, but that is a missing in action. Now, those of you that are military, is that a military? Like, does that get used in the military, like missing in action? Usually MIA, you're like, oh my gosh, where's Sally? Oh, she's MIA. She didn't show. Okay, so IDK. Oh, LMK is another one. LMK equals let me know. And then we have OMG. Oh, ROFL. ROFL. That one sometimes you see being like 12 letters long. That stands for roll on floor laughing. But then it can be extended. Roll on floor laughing my butt off. And then you can put a word in before, like an adjective before but. And so yes, that can be very lengthy. ROFL. Roll on floor laughing. So what would be funny is, yeah, oh, I know, Miss Waddell. Yes, I know. Miss Waddell said yes, but it's more serious. Absolutely. MIA in the military is far more serious. Yes, absolutely. Not trying to diminish that at all. Means a totally different thing, right? Means a totally different thing. TTYL is talk to you later. What I was saying before was it could be interesting, like if I gave this list to Jack, I mean, not Jack, Sam. Jack would probably be like, whatever, Mom. But Sam would be like, Mom, who says that? Nobody says those things. What? You're so old. I mean, you know how they are. Mom, nobody says that. Yes, so any of those things. So that would be kind of interesting to get a different perspective on, you know, what different people use or what different people say or what different ages, like generations say, right? All right, SMH, shaking my head. That's a good one. Uh-oh, look what I did. Shaking my head, I did that first. That's okay, equals SMH. All right. We did that one. We did that. Oh, okay. So this version can be done in two ways, WTH and WTF. I would say WTF. I will not say what that means, however, okay? I've got to now swap this because oh no, maybe not. Okay. WTF. What the F, and then I have three little asterisks, okay? WTF, what the blah. Again, I will not say that. One time I said a bad word here. And I said, the thing that water flows through. It starts with a D and ends with an N. I said that, and I don't swear. I swear all the time in my real life. I do not swear here because it's not appropriate. So when I said the DAMN word, I felt very bad. Yeah. Okay, other rude ones. Oh, yes. Yep. MILF, FUBAR, snafu, ham. Okay, so Deborah, I do not know ham. I won't ask what that means. FUBAR is that F word up beyond recognition. Snafu. So I don't know the abbreviation. I don't know what snafu stands for. Full set syndrome. Kathy, I don't know what that means. FSS, I don't know what that means. MIL, mother-in-law. Yes, I know that one. My mom, I thought of a naughty one. Don't think I can put it down here. There you go. It's the WTF, but it could be, okay, we're from Utah. A lot of times that F word gets, it gets changed out for another word, like what the freak, or what the fetch, or what the flip. There's all kinds of other F words that people use in Utah besides that one. It all means the same thing, right? All means the same thing. Kiss, yes, keep it simple, stupid. Yep. FML. Look at all these things I don't even know. A PDA, yes, PDA, that's a public display of affection, huh? PDA equals public, and we're over here, display of affection. So this, you guys, this type of list, it's just fun list, right? It's a silly list. It's a fun list. But it also is very much like a time capsule list, because think about this. If, I don't know, if my mom, since she's here, if my mom made a list of acronyms that she said back in the 60s, even if they had acronyms back then, because I'm sure they did, right? They just probably didn't use them as prolifically as we do now. But the list would be totally different. So it's kind of fun to do something like this. Or it's even fun to have different people in your family. Like if you have kids or grandkids or nieces or nephews, or I don't know, if you're a teacher, this could even be a fun thing to do. You just have to tell the kids it has to be kept G-rated. But it might be a fun exercise to do with people. All right, next one is... RN. RN is right now. But I do think the advent of these little things, these acronyms, are very much a result of digital communication, right? Like texting and Twitter. What? Twitter. Okay, look. GTFOHWTBS. Gabby, hi Gabby. I don't know what that is. EGOT. So Marilee, I don't know the B in there. Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony, but I don't know what the B is. What's the B in EGOT? IGBOT. Oh my gosh, look at all these. Awesome. Okay, I gotta keep going. I get too distracted. RN. Oh, this is like the best one. BOGO. BOGO equals buy one, get one. Right? Like buy one, get one free. That's the best kind of sale. BOGO. All right. What else do we have? GPS. What's GPS? Global Positioning System? Is that what GPS is, Karen? Oh yeah, BAF. Oh, okay, here we've got some good ones coming. BYOB equals either bring your own booze or bring your own bottle, right? That could be both. BYOB. We have BAFTA. Oh, BFF equals best friends forever. Okay, let me go back to my list and say, oh, ETA. ETA equals your estimated time of arrival. What's your ETA? Let's see what else we have. FIFO. FIFO and LIFO, Nancy. Yes, first in, first out, last in, first out. Accounting terms, right? TGIF for sure. TGIF. Thank God or gosh or whatever. Thank God it's Friday. TGIF. Okay. MYOB. Oh, last in, first out for layoffs. That makes sense, right? Oh, Sharon, good. Bring your own beverage. Bring your own beverage. Okay, Kathy, I've saw this a couple times, so I need to add this. TMI. Too much information, right? And you know what? That one, TMI, I think is very much a kind of where we are, technology, digital. It seems like people a lot of times will share a little bit more information than they would normally share in person online, right? TMI, too much information. Did I already get in my humble opinion? I did. Did I get TTFN? I don't believe so. TTFN equals ta-ta for now. TTFN, ta-ta for now. Okay, so I have lots more room on my list. Spill the tea. Tammy, STT. So, spill the tea. I do not say spill the tea. So I'm not going to put that on my list, but absolutely, STT. FOMO, talk to you later, TTYL. I did get TTYL. Oh, you know what? I did not grab, wait, did I get if you know, you know? I don't think I did I? I didn't. I crossed it off. It was on my list. Oh boy. Okay, we've got to do this way then. If you know, you know, equals IYKYK. If you know, you know. Click art pens. Sharon, I love the click art pens. I actually bought 3 sets for myself back in January because they will work very well with my next release of stamps, which is coming in 2 weeks. That's why I bought them. I loved them so much that I ordered them, and now they're available on my website. So yes, I love them very much. They're pretty awesome. They're pretty awesome. Oh, BRB. Be right back. BRB, be right back. Have you used them? Have you used them? Sharon, there we go. Have you used them? I will show them in detail when we are together in 2 weeks on the all-dayer. FOMO, fear of missing out. Did I do that one? FOMO, yes, have FOMO. In my opinion, I have IMHO. In my humble opinion, friends with benefits. Oh, Deborah, I've heard that one, but I've never used the acronym. What else, you guys? JK, did I get JK for just kidding? I don't think I did, JK. All right, so what I may have to do, I might have to stop the list right now and then continue it later once I do a little bit more research and go, oh yeah, I remember I used that one. Oh yeah, I remember I used that one. Where are you at? That one? No, Gabby. I mean, just not on my list. Where are you at? Where are you at? Nope, don't use that one. This is funny. This is the weird, not an English major, but I am very much a stickler for grammar. And like ingrained in my brain is that you do not end a sentence with a preposition. Where are you at? So I never say, where are you at? Oh, I love that. That's a good one. But Gabby, you're quite a bit younger than I am. You are quite a bit younger than I am. Okay. Oh, yes. Okay. They're coming. They're coming. I knew you guys would come in. DM. Send me a DM. You'd be like, what? 20 years ago, you'd be like, DM. What is a DM? Like direct marketing? What does that even mean? Direct message. Send me a direct message. Hit me up. Hit me up with a direct message. I don't know. I probably shouldn't say that. I don't know if that means, I don't know if hit me up means something different. I think we got LOL. Oh no, Gabby, Gabby, you're laughing out loud at me. You're not saying LOL is one, right? Oh my goodness. Oh, TIA. Yes. Thanks in advance. TIA equals thanks in advance. Just kind of a little fun list, right? Don't really have to think too much about it. HMU is hit me up. Okay. Oh, FWIW for what it's worth. UFO. UFO! Of course. Of course, UFO. Right? That's an acronym that our parents' would, well, no. Not our parents' would know, but my parents' parents. Yes. But probably not my parents' parents. Unidentified flying object. All right, we're getting close. We are getting close. IM. What's IM? Oh, send me an instant message. Send me an instant message, right? That's what that means. Oh, TBD. I don't think I did a TBD. To be decided. To be decided. Or to be determined. Probably to be determined. To be, oh my goodness, determined. Wow, that was bad. I butchered that one really well. Really butchered that one. All right. We are just about done. And because we're just about done, well, with this list, we still have one more list to go, you guys. Oh, NA. Yes, NA, of course. Not applicable. NA equals not applicable. If you're watching the replay, you're probably like screaming. You're like, what about this one? Oh, what about this one? What about this one? NGL, not gonna lie. Yes, Jane, for sure, NGL, but I've never heard NGL, not gonna lie, all the time. Oh yes, HBD. HBD. Merrily, PS. That's another one our parents would know, right? HBD. Happy birthday. PS is postscript, right? Postscript and PPS. All right, I think I'm going to say that we're done because I'm going to look for one more thing. So I have this space right here. There's a couple things I could do. Number one, I for sure need to date this, like a for sure, right? Because this is very much a dateable list because in 20 years, none of this may even make sense. So we for sure want to date this. Well, I say we should always date our list, but so I could do a couple things. I could grab a label sticker. Let's see if in the sticker book, where'd the sticker book go? Oh yeah, here we go. In the sticker book, we have label stickers. We do. Okay, these may be a little bit, I don't know, let's see. These may be a little bit more than I want them to be, but let's looky here. This one, oh yes, RSVP. And RSVP stands for respondez s'il vous plaît. There we go, French. So if we put this here, if we put that there, like that, and then we'll just put that over. And we will use our small roller stamp, our small roller date stamp. There we go. Today is March 11th, 2023, and that will fit right in there. But I was using this earlier, and I noticed that my 3 was getting all blurry, and it's probably because there is a little piece of lint on my 3. That's why it's always good to test stamp first. Always test stamp first. So let's do that. Let's get this. Let's get our black ink. Oh, it's a mess in here. Oh my goodness, it's one giant mess, isn't it? It is a huge mess. There's the black ink. All right, let's look. Let's looky here. Yeah, I think I fixed it. All righty. I just noticed I was looking out the window, and the Amazon guy was driving by. Do you ever notice that the Amazon guy drives by with the door open? Because I think they're trying to get in and out of places pretty quickly. There we go, March 11, 2023. And anytime you see him driving, you're like, oh my gosh, someone's package is gonna fly out the door. I've never seen a package fly out the door, but I always see that and think, oh my goodness, someone's package is going to fly out the door. All right, we need one more thing. We need a little something right there. So let's see if we have a little tiny sticker. And if not, we'll just go back to our hearts. We'll put a little heart there. We will put a little heart there. I think there's not going to be anything tiny enough in here for us. We need some itty bitty. And I don't think there's going to be any itty bitty stickers here. Oh, look it. What if we could do one of these little hearts? So let's get that teal, because that teal is like the color that we have been using. And then that can go right there. Well, it's not quite the color that we've been using, but that's okay. Or we go to this one, this little minty one. Oh, Oh, silly Layle, guess what I did? Remember when I was using this? Should not have done that. When I was using my tweezers to try to clean off the 3 in 2023 on my little roller date stamp. Well, some of that black ink got on that little sticker. So that little sticker is going bye-bye. And I will use a different one. Oopsie. Oopsie, oopsie. I guess we'll use, how about maybe this yellow? This chartreusey color. There we go. It just covered it up. All right, so there we go. There is our list. Okay. There's the 2 pieces. Fun, fun, fun. And we used all of those die cuts and pieces that really have nothing to do with our list, but they don't have to have anything to do with our list just because they're fun. So now we need to adhere that into our insert. And I did this one off the page just as we start to get towards the end of the book. It is a lot easier, I find, to do the list off the page and then come back and add it. So we'll add our adhesive on this side. And then I need to do something a little bit different with that one. There we go. So here, I need to make sure to get some really nice strong adhesive along that edge, because that edge has to roll with the rest of the pages, right? It has to roll, and I need something so it will not pop, so the adhesive won't like pop up. Need a little bit more behind this little guy. So what I'm going to do is grab some double-sided 1/4-inch tape, and I am going to put that all along this edge. It's just a little bit stronger than my tape runner. Do that like that, and I might as well just keep going with the whole thing. Like that, and there. So that will make sure that that does not lift that edge as it's trying to go around the curve. Scrapbook Sister says she finds it easier to do all of her pages out of the book. Absolutely, you could totally do that. Sometimes I like to build my list, though, directly on the lined paper. And so, oh, I should have done the trick. It's okay. When I'm doing it on the lined paper, then it's harder to do, to take it out. But yeah, absolutely. You could totally do that. Especially anytime you're doing a page like this, where you are creating on a background, you could totally always do those off the page and then add them later. For sure. All right. There we go. There's our list, our acronyms list. Christy, I think it was Christy. Was it Christy that said, this was her list suggestion. So thank you so much. I love it. I love it. All right. Yeah, that turned out a lot of fun. Okay, you guys, our last list. Our last list for today is about reading. So if you do not read, that's okay. You could use what we're doing with any kind of list of maybe something that you want to keep track of. All right, so let me get all these little markers put away really quick. We just have to do a little cleanup. If anyone wants to sing the Barney song while we're doing it, remember the Barney song? Clean up, everybody. Yeah, I won't sing any more of that, but yes, Barney song that I'd always try to have my kids sing to my kids when I wanted them to clean up the playroom or the mess or whatever it was. All right, here we go. Yes, KMC Stamper. There we go. Yes, she said, you're welcome. The list turned out so cute. Yes, that was one of her suggestions. It wasn't a class or something, but I don't remember. I remember a little bit, but I don't remember all the way where it came about. So if you guys, those of you that don't like to stamp, your dot markers are pretty awesome for creating your bullets. It's much easier. Obviously, you don't have a lot of flexibility because you just get a dot, but you still get a dot. So those are kind of fun. All of those go in the marker drawer. Okay, So let's just clean up a little bit more. We will use Flea Market again when we're together again in 2 weeks. So if you are seeing that collection for the first time, or if you'd seen it before and you're like, well, I don't know, and now you've seen it in action, and you're like, oh yes, I want it, then you would have time to get it if you wanted to list with us in 2 weeks and actually do what I'm doing. Alrighty, so let me get some of these things all just put away here, and then we will go to our third list. So there are some, I don't know. I am a big reader. Well, I like to think I'm a big reader. When I was a little kid, I read like ferociously. I mean, I read all the time. I won an award and was in the newspaper because one summer I read the most books of the little, I was in elementary school or middle school or whatever, and I read the most books out of the summer. And so I got a little award and was written up in the newspaper in my little hometown of Park City, Utah. We had a bookmobile, okay? And the bookmobile, I love to go in the bookmobile and check out the books, and I read anything. I just love to read so much. So I still love to read. Now, though, for me, it feels like it's a guilty pleasure. It feels like it's, I've got way too many other things I should be doing besides reading. So one of the things that is on my focus list for this year is to focus on reading. And I set a goal for myself. I think I'd have to look back in my list, but I think I said 2 books a month. Oh gosh, Nick. Well, there's Nick. There's my husband. Did you hear what he said? Please, not the bookmobile story. Nick has never heard the bookmobile story. Honey, you make it sound like I talk about the bookmobile story all the time. You've never even heard it. You don't even know the bookmobile story. Spaz. How's the skiing? Are you having a bowl of chili and a beer in the lodge? I'm thinking that's probably what you're doing because it's 1:15. Or I don't know, maybe you're on your way back down. All right, our banter. Yeah. Yes. All right. Oh yes, books, reading. I've been focusing on reading because I love it, and so it makes it a little bit more acceptable for me in my book to read if I've set a goal for it. I'm like, well, I've got to hit the goal, so I'm going to do it. The things that we tell ourselves, right? So I use an app on my phone called Goodreads, and that's how I have been tracking my books. I have had a 3.5 by 5 notepad on my website for, I don't know, maybe 6 or 9 months, thinking that it would be fun to do a list with these, but they kept selling out. So I kept having to move the list. Now they are in stock, so I have them on my website. So when I was looking at some of the new products, the new collections that I brought in, maybe 2 weeks ago when we did it, I was looking at the My Story collection from Simple Stories. Eating lunch. Oh, yes. Bougie skiing today. Eating lunch at the Montage in Deer Valley. Oh, yeah. Yes. So I thought it would be fun to do a list, kind of list, for those of you that like to read, using some of the products from My Story and then using this notepad. So, Reading Rainbow. Sorry, Carmen, I totally missed that before. Totally missed that. Okay, so here we go. This is the plan. I did a little bit of pre-work. The base-ish part of my list will be using this notepad. So this is a notepad from Everyday Explorers. I have quite a few of Christine's notepads at 4x6 and then 3.5 by 5 and then lots of her stamps. So this is a currently reading notepad. There are 50 sheets, and basically that's capturing information about what you're reading. The date you started it, the date you finished it, title, author, genre, the format, fiction, nonfiction, number of pages, 1-line summary, 1-line review, and then your little rating. So I did some pre-work. I did fill that out for the 4 most recent books that I read. And I used my little small roller date stamp for the date started and date finished. I used that because it kind of reminds me of like a library card, that little date format stamp. So I've used those. Besides the currently reading, I also have currently listening. This one is for a podcast. This currently listening is for a podcast or radio, podcast or radio. There is another currently listening. This currently listening is for song or album or mix playlist. So same type of information. Currently watching for your TV shows or series or movies or vlogs. Currently exploring. Spot, neighborhood, city, country, how I got there, some fun things there, and currently eating. So those are really fun little notepads just for super simple, easy documenting. But we're kind of making it a list by having multiples of those. So that is what I'm going to do with those. As we talk about documenting what you're reading, I pulled out a couple of other things that I have on my website. This one is a little passport size book from Letterfolk. I carry lots of these, and these work in the little A6 size traveler's notebook, so the smaller traveler's notebooks. But this would give you a 2-page spread, and this is where you'd be capturing information about what you're reading. Title, author, genre, heard about it from, reason for reading, quick synopsis, and then it gives you all these little quality of writing, level of engagement, favorite character, least favorite character. And then over here you have thoughts, quotes, insights. So on this side, you could do thoughts, quotes, insights. You could do a photo. So you could go to Amazon or Goodreads or whatever it is and find the book, right click on the cover of the book, save it as a photo in your camera roll and print it off there. So that could be kind of fun. So that is another way that you could track what you're reading. And then there's this one. This is also from Letterfolk, but this is for kids. So if you have littles, grandkids, kids, nieces, nephews, whatever it is, this is a really fun way to get them interested in and engaged in reading. Very similar, but this is a kid's version. So title, author, I got this book from, number of pages. They can do the little star ratings. Draw your favorite scene from the book, new words learned, what they meant. So it's kind of fun. This book made me learn something, feel excited, fall asleep, happy, bored, laugh. So very similar, but documenting. I mean, I get adults could do this too, but this one is geared more a little bit towards younger kids to keep them kind of encouraged and engaged in reading, especially when they can see book number 1, book number 2, and they can go, oh my gosh, look, in this year, I read 38 books or whatever it is. So it's kind of fun. But I'm using the pad for this list. I've pulled out products from My Story. The reason I pulled out products from My Story is because there is this whole like book theme to it. That could be a bookmobile if it said bookmobile and had books there. Nick's not here anymore, I'm sure. But look at that. That's like your stack of books, like that. Books. Those pieces are from the journal elements, but there are tons of pieces. I had all of this laid out, and then I had to put it all away for the What's New Wednesday on Thursday. So there were a bunch more little book ones that I pulled here. Let's see where they are. Oh, here's the bookstore. I love this. That little fiddle fig just makes me happy. New chapter. There's more books, glasses on top of books. There's a typewriter. And then those books. So lots of different things that we can use here with that whole book theme. Now, this collection is not about books, right? It can be about my story or telling your story, but that whole bookish theme is kind of an underlying theme in that. From the 6x8 pad, I pulled this guy. Okay, I pulled that because, oh my gosh, like that's perfect, right? That is a bookshelf. That is perfect, perfect, perfect. So what I started thinking with this collection, if I wanted to, these lists could continue to reside in my everyday traveler's notebook, right? That I just continue list after list after list. Or if I wanted, I could have a traveler's notebook insert that is only for documenting the books I'm reading. So if I was going to do that, I would take, and I'm going to, I'm still kind of trying to decide. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create this list off the page, but with this guy right here, a lot of times you guys ask, what should I do on the very first page of my insert? Well, if you are going to do an insert all about your reading, look at this. Could either be your cover, or what I'm going to use it for, I'm going to trim it down, and then I think it could go right there because that is perfect for your reading traveler's notebook insert. So that's what I'm going to do. I think I probably, sounds like I've just made up my mind, doesn't it? Sounds like I'm doing an insert just for books that I've read. Yeah, I love the color palette in this collection. I love the green and the coral. All right, so this needs to be, it needs to be 4 3/4 inches wide. So that's when I do a 1/2 + 2. A little bit of the fiddle leaf fig is gone. And then that will get me there. All right, so there we are. There's our little book, our nice little book nook, our reading nook. And that can go right here. Let me grab my, whoopsie, just hit my head on the light. Well, I didn't really hit it. There's nothing to hit, but. All right. So put that right there, and then I'll probably end up with some little label sticker or something here. I'm not quite sure yet what I'm going to say. So we'll just get started on it, and then we'll go from there. Oh, I know what I could do. I think I have it. I think I have figured it out. There we go. Well, what is this book about? This book about is what I'm currently reading, right? So guess what? Currently, I think can fit right there along the bottom. Currently, and then my reading could fit right underneath there. Currently reading. It could fit right there like that. Or it can, this could fit there, reading currently. I like it better there. I like it better there. Let me just look really quick. Oh, we're talking about books. Dawn, Remarkably Bright Creatures. That was totally different than I expected. That's the one about the octopus, right? Is that right, Dawn? I read it. I read it last year, towards the end of last year. It took me a while to get into it. It really took me a while to get into it. Oh, Joe. So we're working on dies. We're for sure working on dies. A die that cuts the paper to that size, you know what? That would be easy. That's an easy die. I will add that to our list for sure, because that would be so much easier. Joanne said, I did this years ago, but I read over 80 books that year and the task became too daunting. Your suggestion seems much simpler. I think if you've got something like this, and you don't have to have a pad like this, if you just, for every book, you capture the same information and not a lot of information, it doesn't have to be a lot. What they say, well, this is on our acronym list, right? KISS, keep it simple, stupid. The easier we make things sometimes, the more successful we're going to be. And the other one with this, as with many things, is keeping up with it as you go, right? Because it does get very daunting if you have to. Where is my other one? It does get very daunting. Where's the middle size? It does get, okay. It does get very daunting if you are not caught up. This, the back of this is like has lint all over it, has dust and lint all over it. So I already know it will not stick to my stamping block. And that's an important thing. You really obviously want your stamp to stick to the stamping block. What you really don't want to have happen is you don't want to ink it up and then get it all inked up. Am I going to be okay there? Yeah. You don't want to get it all inked up and then do that and then it falls off. So make sure that if it feels like a little gritty on the back, lint, dust bunnies, you want to get those off. All right, we do need to test it because we always test no matter what. It's just a habit to get into. It's like wearing your seatbelt. Hopefully that's not too political that I said wearing your seatbelt. Just a good habit to be into. You just always put your seatbelt on when you get in the car. Just always test your stamp right off the bat. And then you'll always remember because it will be habit. It will be habit. Under the tape roller. There it is. Thanks, Evalicious Crafts. Isn't that funny? I can't see things and you guys can. Sometimes what I do, sometimes instead of looking down, I look at my iPad and then look at the view that you guys see. And then sometimes that's the way I find things. All right. This is going to go right here. Currently, I am not worried about using I'm not worried about using a pencil board at this point because this is totally flat, right? There's nothing underneath it. I haven't done anything yet, so it will be fine. Don't need a pencil board for that. Currently, there we go. Oh, good. I was worried that black might not show up well enough on there, but that shows up really well, doesn't it? That shows up really well. All right, let's clean this guy off. I think I need a new wipe though. Paula, we are using the My Story collection from Simple Stories. If you click in the description box of the video, or if you go to my website and click on what's new, you will see it there. It is a really fun collection. And it has a loose book theme to it. Really, the theme of the collection is kind of to tell your own story. And that's where kind of the books come into play. That if you are, telling your story, that could be in a book. But we are doing I'm doing a list of books that I've been reading lately. And that is what's going to go in this insert. So I will keep up, hopefully, I will keep up with this insert and keep adding the books that I'm reading. My plan for this is they don't all have to be super involved, right? I just use that and then maybe a few more words down here or a little bit of decoration. And then I could do a photo of the book. I'll show you what I mean there. Okay, so this is the reading one that's part of currently. And we just want this to kind of sit right in here. There we go. Reading currently. All right, so as we start moving to the first spread, I think I'm going to do this one off of the page because these are, I started current and then went backwards. So I stopped at January 16th. No, I'll be okay. I was just thinking how I wanted to do that because I'll still be able to do more. So my thought here was that I would create a pocket for these little guys to go in. So they will just go in a little pocket right here. Originally, I thought that I would, there are links in the description of this continuation video. I need to add them. Colleen, thank you, because I had to do, once we're done, I will put on a real cover, not just the photo of what we were working on. I'll put a real cover on the video and then I will add all the links that are normally on the videos. So for now, click on the what's new, go to my website and click on what's new. So what I originally thought was, it could be kind of fun to do a library pocket, right? So it's all about reading. I could take a library pocket and I could put these in a library pocket. And then I went, guess what? They don't fit in a library pocket. But if you wanted to do a list like this and keep track of your books and not use a pad like this, well, you could use a library pocket and make your own little pages like this. Or you could use the library pocket with the library card stamp. Oh my heavens, hold on. What the heck? Where is it? My goodness. Is that still packed from a trip? Oh, I bet it is. Anyhow, I have a library card stamp and I have no idea where it is right now. But it is designed to fit inside a library pocket. So lots of different ideas for what you could do to track your books that you're reading. But too small, so I won't use that. But then I thought, well, maybe I could. Exactly, Deborah. I'm going to create a larger library pocket, which really is just going to be a pocket, but it'll look like a library pocket. So I had pulled out a couple of papers. I will have something on this side. I will have something on this side. Now, the green, that's the only bummer. I do not love the green, this green with this, but I mean, it's not bad. It's really not bad. So maybe, there we go. What if I make my pocket out of this? And then this is the background, although I might lose a lot of that. This maybe needs to go over here. We'll see. If this goes over here, so I have all of those beautiful, lovely books. And if this is my pocket here, then let's look at the other pattern papers to see what else we might do. This could be kind of fun. The typewriters. Oh, no, that's too busy. Like, see that? Too busy, those two next to each other. So maybe, I have a thought, so I want to still use that as my pocket. I'm just thinking out loud, friends. I'm just totally thinking out loud. So bear with me while we look for a background paper that would work from here. I pulled out lots of the papers already. All right, this I think is what it's going to be. So if we do this as the base, I'm struggling with the right side for a reason. I did photos of the four books that I documented here. That's what we see right here. We see the color versions, which are all over the place, lots of different colors. And then I did black and white just because, well, there's a lot of colors going on here. So I thought what I would do, actually, I think I need to use that. I really think I need to stay true to the books, the book covers, even though that would be nice, but I really feel like I should stay true to the book covers. So when I printed this out, you'll notice there's a difference between, besides it being black and white and color. I shrunk the photos. I shrunk the template basically. So do you see how, let's look at these two. Do you see how there is more room between these two book covers than there were those? That's something that I'll cover how to do in that app, but it makes it really nice because now I can have a little bit more of a white background with those. That's why I did that. So let's do this first. Kathy, it sounds like Kathy and I may have similar interest in books. Kathy and I, Kathy read 2 of the 4 books that are on my list. I just finished Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. It took me a little bit to get into. It is about 2, they start out being young kids and then they grow older, obviously, that they bond over video games when they're both in the hospital. And then later on in life, they go to make video games. It's a love story. It is the author is a New York Times best-selling author. I don't know, something I saw recommended it, so I thought I'm going to try that one. It's good. It's a good book. It is a totally different book than I would probably normally read. But the title I thought was very interesting because there's something that is very specific about the title, and how it plays into the whole theme of the book. Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. Like on a video game, you always have tomorrow. You can always start over. You can always start over. You can always start over. So tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. That's kind of what that is about, what the title's about, but it also has a whole other meaning when you are reading the book. So if these fit, these will fit. Ooh, I probably need to trim them down just a little bit more, maybe. Or, I don't know, maybe I just do that. Maybe we just have our books here. Yeah, that's kind of plain, but I think I better have something else because I've got to have something kind of ground those. We've got to have this color over here to help ground those. So let's go ahead and create this guy. For the left side of our spread, this guy will be 4 3/4. So Mad Honey. Mad Honey is two authors, which is very unusual. I've never, as far as I know, read a book before that has 2 authors. What drew me to it is a Jodi Picoult book, and I have read her for years. But it is co-authored by a woman, Finney Boylan. And it's very interesting. They both took, the book like alternates chapters from different characters' perspectives. So Jodi Picoult took one character, and as she's writing, her chapters are from that character's perspective, and then Finney Boylan took another character, and her chapters are from that character's perspective. So it's a totally different way of doing writing, and I didn't love it. Probably just because I expected something. I read all of Jodi Picoult's books, so I expected something different. But I would still read it because I think it was a good book, but I just was expecting something different. Kathy, Chemistry and Love is on my to-read list. It is on my to-read list, and I know exactly what the cover looks like. It's coral, and it has a drawing of a girl with some glasses on or something, right? I totally know what that one is. Tammy is reading Mad Honey. Look it, I love it. Okay. Melissa said her favorite author, Brad Meltzer, just posted about this book. Is it the Tomorrow? That's a big one right now. That you see that on a lot of lists. So I need to just make this a little bit smaller. If you guys are on Goodreads, Goodreads is it's a pretty cool website where you can. It's an app. It's a pretty cool app where you can track. It's probably a website too. I don't know. I just use it as an app where you can track the books that you've read. You can also track the books that you want to read. So if you're like me and you have a long list of books that you want to read, it's easy to track them in there. Now, what I might do, because I think it would kind of be fun, is in this Traveler's Notebook, I might make just a running list of books that I want to read. But one of the cool things is you can follow different people on Goodreads, and you can see what they've recommended or what they're reading. And it's just kind of a cool little app. It's a very interesting story about I think it's a husband and wife that started Goodreads years ago. And I listened to it. Nick and I listened to it on a podcast when we were traveling in Harvey once on a podcast called How I Built This. And that's Guy Raz. And he does podcasts with like entrepreneurs and people that start businesses. But yes, fascinating story. And eventually it was Goodreads was bought by Amazon for many dollars. Lots and lots and lots of dollars. So good for them. Good for the couple that started it and hung in there. It's just kind of a fun story, especially if you use Goodreads. Melissa, Brad Meltzer. I wonder if I've read any of his books. I should probably look. Oh, I'll totally do that, Colleen. Colleen said, Layle, were you going to create a file in the Facebook group for book recommendations? I will do that. Yes, I will totally do that. But I will say, as part of that everyone's opinion is their own and no one can get mad at me if someone posts a book that is political or anything like that. I'm just the vessel. I am just the information vessel. All right, I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that, but that will be better. That helped to kind of ground it. We're going to have to add some things to it, but this guy is, and I'm glad I have more than one of these because probably what I will do, I might even put that there on the inside cover, or I might cover it. Probably should cover it with that. Yeah, I have another one of these, right? Because you have 2 sheets each of 12 different patterns in the 6x8 pads. This is a prime example, you guys, of why a 6x8 pad would be preferable in this situation as opposed to a 12x12 paper. Those books are scaled down to size for the 6x8. So if I had a 12x12 paper, those books would probably be like that big and they'd just be much larger than I would probably want to have here. All right, so that will go over here. And where's my little corner rounder? So this list is loosely thought out. Joanne, yes, I could cover with a 12x12 for sure. And the scale would be a little bit larger, but it would be okay on the cover. It would be okay on the cover because I wouldn't be covering anything up. You'd see all the detail. All right, so now we need to make our little pocket. So these guys are 3.5 wide. So I'm going to say I need to make this 4 inches wide by, they're 3.5 by 5. So if I did let's try this way. Let's try a 4x7 is what I'm going to start with. I can always go a little bit smaller if I need. 4x7. I'm going to show you a trick for how you can fake a library pocket. We can still see the books. All right, so these will go in here. Now, one thing that I need to do, I probably in hindsight would have made that a little bit wider, maybe like 4.25 wide, because I'm going to lose some width in my, I'm going to lose some width here in my double-sided tape. I just pulled out a 1/8 inch thick, so it's pretty thin, pretty narrow. The way that I'm going to fake my, my library pocket here, I'm going to start out by rounding the upper corners because in a lot of cases you see your rounded upper corners in your pocket. Then let's see where I want it to be. These are going in here. I think about right here. Okay. So that is about, it's just about, it's 2 3/4 inches from the top. So I am going to trim that like so. And put that off to the side for a minute. This is going to be my pocket. And for a pocket, I want to turn that over and only apply my adhesive along the sides and the bottom. And I want to get as close to the edge as I can. As close to the edge so I don't lose any, well, I'll lose a little bit of width, but I want to keep as much of that width as I can. Go down a little bit. Gonna get as close to the edge as we can without going over. All right. So now I'm going to do a trick. Periodic buffering. Yes? Is that happening with everyone? I don't know. It sounds like it was, maybe it must be our internet or something. You know what's interesting though? Those of us that did the cat class with me earlier this week, I don't think we experienced that. I don't know. All right, so what I'm doing here, I have just revealed a little bit of the adhesive. I've left part of it unrevealed. The reason I want to do that is it will give me some wiggle room. If you've ever worked with double-sided tape before, you know that you basically have one shot to get it down and it is done. With this, look at, I can move it all over the place. Just having a little bit of that revealed lets me move it around quite a bit until I decide where I want it to be. So I know I'm covering up lots of the book, but it is what it is. So now when I get it to where I want to be, I will pull out the rest of those little thingies to reveal the adhesive. So there's the base of my pocket. And the base of my pocket, that is where these little guys will live. Okay, so I'll probably have some that stick out a little bit more, some that stick out a little bit less. But this, I have the top of my pocket. This guy will go right there and it will be adhered down. Okay, it's going to be adhered down flat. That's a trick of how you can make your own little pocket like that without having to use multiple pieces of paper. Just kind of fake it. One gets adhered and then one doesn't. We line them up so we know where they need to go. And there we are. So I would like to come in now and do my little outlining. And then this part, I will over here at the top, so that it's really obvious that things are going in there. So there we go. There we go. Yeah, I'm a little bit tight, but it'll be okay. I'll be able to just I'll keep working those and get them in there. So there are the things. There's my little library pocket with what I'm reading. Now, what I thought might be fun to try here. We're not expecting another snowstorm, but it could, who knows, right? Who knows where it's all coming from. What I thought might be fun to do here. This is a new stamp set that I have on my website called Check This Out. It is from Ellie's Studio. What I was thinking would be really fun, this, eat, sleep, blank, repeat. That is one stamp. So guess what I would put in there? Eat, sleep, read, repeat. And then just the rest of the stamp set. Check this out, important, to-do list, made me smile. These are the days, check, done, good times, it is what it is. Today's highlights, proud of this. So anyhow, that was kind of fun, but that works perfect for this. So I think that is what I'm going to try to do. We'll see. I had these guys pulled out, so I know we lost some of the books, but if that went down there like that, my eat, sleep, this I have to figure out because that's like way too big for there. That is way too big for there. That doesn't work there because it would overlap. So what I need to do, maybe, what if we did bookstore? What if we did this? And what if we did, nope, that's too much. It is too much there. So this, what if bookstore goes there? There, that works. It's like the exact same height. We'll do that. All right. So I guess I will stamp on that, which means, stamp directly to that, which means I need to put this guy down first. I will show you in a second, you guys, I'll show you my sketch so you could kind of see what I had in mind as I was working on this. Oh, I know what could work. Maybe, hold on. Where's the washi? Where's the washi in this collection? What did I do with it? Because I think there's book washi. I'm fairly certain there's a book washi, which could go right down here along the bottom. So hold on. I just need to find it. Where? Oh, here it is. Oh, or else I know where else it might be. Okay, there it is in the washi. So let's kind of bookmark that. Let's think about that for a second. And then I wonder if Oh, I thought we might have one of those that was a books, but no. All right. All right, let me look at the washi. We might have to do something with the washi to make this work because the washi will kind of get lost along the bottom there. But if I put it on a strip of white, if I put it on a strip of white, like this, oopsie, hang on. I think we're gonna make this work. Like that. What about the stack of books that it is going in direction is sitting on the desk besides the stamp? This one? Like that? Like vertical books, like they're stacked like that? That could work. That would be cute, right? Instead of the bookstore? Is that the one that you mean? Colleen, your bookstore is stuck to the bottom of your plastic box. Oh my goodness, it is. I'd be looking for that, wouldn't I? Yes. Okay, Colleen, let's do it that way. Let's do it. Let's have our stack of books like that. We'll put the bookstore right there. Yes, Tabitha, I decided I am going to do, this is going to be, yes, for the books I'm reading. That's what I decided. All right. I like that idea, Colleen. It works. They work going vertical because it could just be, this could be just a stack of books this way, even though that part's a little weird. It still works. All right, so here we go. Move this over a tad. Oh, this has got to move over a little bit more. Let's see if this is really going to work. Might be a little tad bit too wide, although it could just come over this way. Eat, sleep, repeat. All right, we're doing it. We're doing it. That looks weird, the slanting book. Do you think that looks too weird? Is that too weird? Because if I, well, here we go. Watch this. Watch this. We can operate. There we go. Now we still have our book stack and that still fits, right? And if I really wanted, I could get rid of the slanted book and come back in and put this little book on top of the stack. Like that. We'd never even know the difference. There we go. There we go. So I'm going to stamp first and then I will move that if I have a little bit more room. So let's do this one. Eat, sleep. This I think this check this out stamp is so fun because it is, well, eat, sleep, blank, repeat. You can use that for anything. Eat, sleep, maybe if you run. Eat, sleep, run. Eat, sleep, eat, sleep, cook. Eat, sleep, pray. Eat, sleep. I don't know, that reminds me of that book. Eat, sleep. Wasn't that called that? Eat, sleep, pray? Eat? I don't remember. That yoga book. It was the movie with, Julia Roberts. Okay. I primed that stamp. So, where is our stamping block? Will it fit on this one? It will. So this will go right here. And we'll have a little bit more room. But let's ink it up and test it first. Ink it up and test it first. Eat, pray, love. Eat, play. Eat, pray. Yes. Eat, pray, love. Oh, not eat, pray, repeat, sleep. Eat, sleep. Oh my gosh. I had something in there, right? Eat, sleep, pray, eat, pray, love, whatever it was. Yoga, something or other. Yeah, that's funny. All right, let's take a look at this baby. Eat, sleep, read, repeat. All right. We'll be good. I just need to make sure I get my ink in that center spot. that nice and inked up. Alrighty, we're going to go. I'm going to bring this a little bit more towards me so I can just see it a little bit better. Eat, sleep, read, repeat. It's probably more like eat, read, sleep, repeat. Ta-da! Now I can replace these. I can move them over a little bit more, right? We can move this over a little bit more. Oh, I'm hungry. It's lunchtime. It's beyond lunchtime. See what I did there? Although we have to see, it might not work up here. It might be weird up here. Actually, I think it's okay. So I moved it because this guy was sticking too far out this way. And I'm gonna just move it down a little bit, but it was, so I just rotated it. Like that, and then this little guy will go right up here like this, and then our stack of books is done. All right, so this is going here. I still have a little bit more room here, but I can find, oh, I know, I bet I could find a word strip to go right down here. I'll worry about that later. Let's go ahead and add this guy, and then I'm going to grab I'm going to actually do a word strip sticker here because I think I want a little bit of white down there to just kind of break up all that color. If I stamped, I mean, I could stamp a word strip there, but then I just kind of don't really break up the color like I want to break up the color. So, word strips. Even though I tried so hard to keep everything clean in here, friends, it's a mess. It's a mess. Karen said, I decided to write about the best books I've read, and it wasn't really a list of authors' books, but styles I loved, especially when growing up. It had a story. I love that. I love that. Yeah, lots of times, you guys, you can totally take the same topic-ish that I'm doing and then make it work for you. You can totally mix it up. Be open to whatever comes next. Life doesn't have to be perfect to be wonderful. Oh, I'm happiest when I'm with you. How about that? That's perfect. I am happiest when I am with you. With a book. Look at that. Okay. If you've ever doubted me, friends, if you've ever doubted me when I say, if something looks like there's a hole or something looks like it's missing, word strip sticker is the answer. Okay, look, see, too much space. There's the word strip sticker. Word strip sticker is the answer. I'm happiest when I'm with you. Now, if I didn't have any word strip stickers, but I had a word strip stamp, I could create my own word strip stickers by stamping one of those and then just making a little word strip. So there we go. There is the left side of our spread. The right side of our spread is here. I'm going to have to outline this because it will bug me if I don't. And we'll see if I do the inside one or not. I might do the inside too. Thank you, Oddhild. I feel like I need to try to roll something when I say your name. Like I need to roll an R or something, although there's not an R in the first part of your name or the last. Never mind. I feel like I need to put some kind of accent on your name. Karen said, this page is so awesome, Layle. I thought it was a one page and done. I'm having fun with it, right? I'll show you guys. Watch. This is my sketch. Look at, please don't judge my sketching abilities because they are nil. But look, currently reading. I didn't put it there because I decided instead of a list, instead of in my regular listing book, I decided to put this all in a new Traveler's Notebook insert, but there are my little pieces in the pocket with eat, sleep, read, repeat. Oh, I need to do the read. And then my little photos over there. So sometimes I have an idea in mind and I stick with it. Other times I don't. So actually what's interesting now, that the black works, and even look at the blue that she's walking through. It looks like a tunnel. That kind of mixes in with the colors. It's this one that's so hard. It just really does not go with anything, but that's okay. It is what it is. Those are the books. Those are the book covers, and I think I like including those because I think that just, you know, lends a little bit more authenticity to the list. It looks like the books. Then that one is like way off, but that's okay. That is okay. Read, eat, sleep, read. So I need to spell the word read. Let us look at, oh, actually, that sticker book. I noticed when we were looking through the My Story sticker book that I noticed that there is a page of black. Oh, look at, there's some more books too. There's a page. Oh, these could be fun maybe. What do you think? Should we try them? They kind of look like they might work in there. What stamp set is that again? Deborah, it is called, it's linked in the What's New, and it is called, check it out. Check this out. I have, oh, here, let's see. Does it say on here? No, where's the package? I think it's called, it's either check it out or check this out. And it is linked in the What's New. I just don't know what I did with the rest of the package. So, but yeah, you'll find it. It's LA Studio. Okay. Oh yes. Eat, sleep, read. Let's get these. So I'm going to get my handy dandy ruler out as opposed to my handy dandy notebook. I'm going to get my handy dandy ruler. Maybe. Here it is. And I would like to get the letters for read. And I'm going to line them up the top of my ruler using the horizontal line that's there to keep them straight. That's the one reason I use this little metal ruler, to get my letters straight. The other reason is, I will show you in a minute. There is no guesswork. Oh my gosh, this is like the perfect font for this. It's like it was meant to be. It matches like that font perfectly. So the ruler to keep them straight, but more importantly, the ruler too, there's no guesswork as to where the center is of that little box. All I do is take that, come over here, and let's see. I don't know how, well, let's just see, because I'm not sure how tall it is. Oh, although it needs to be left justified. Never mind. That for sure needs to be left justified, not centered. So I just laid the top ones down and gently pulled the ruler out from underneath. And all of that to say, I'm going to move these now because I would like them centered in that little box. And I could not see where the bottom of the box was. So they were kind of centered. Top to bottom, left justified. There we go. It's like, look it, it's like those letters were designed for that. Linda May said, that's a cool page. Thank you. Have to check out the replay. Work got too busy and I missed out on all the fun live. Yes, you can always watch the replay. Thank you, Deborah. It's called Check This Out. Thank you. All right, so there we go, friends. I have these that I need to I kind of like that better. I just overlapped them a little tiny bit. No, I don't know. Overlap them a little tiny bit. And then what if I try to find one more word strip sticker that goes up there? Let's see. Joe Disney, I get it. I understand now what you're saying, Joe. What you were saying before. Your original thought was to use a stamp set for read, but I'm liking the contrast the stickers give. I like that too. I like that, and it works out because it's almost the exact same font, but you really focus on the read because it's reverse. It's black with white instead of black. All right. Oh no, not a word strip sticker in here. Word strip sticker. Word strip sticker. Let me grab those again, and then we will be, then we'll wrap up, you guys. Then we will wrap up. While I'm looking for a word strip sticker, let's, I can't do that. I have to read. I can't talk and read at the same time. That's difficult. Do what you love what you do. That would work. Live each day this with family. Add a limit if you're looking to be different, never change. You're all I had hoped to find in every single way. Let's see. I'm trying to read too fast. There's nothing like a dream to create the future. Sometimes you have to take chances. Those who don't believe in magic. Happiness depends on ourselves. Together is the best place to be. There we go. That's it. Together is the best place to be. Because look it, I'm happiest when I'm with you, and together is the best place to be. It kind of ties in with our writing, doesn't it? With our books. We might need a little something else up there because it's a little plain. So what would we add up there? Let's see if there's we need something small. You know what? We might just have to add like a little flower. Maybe just a little flower, just to fill in that little spot. Let's look. Let us look. Unheld said, I'm new to planning, or maybe I should say new to plan and write down more than 3 days in a row. Thank you so much. This has been a wonderful Saturday evening. I am so glad that you joined us. Very glad that you had a nice time. There we go. That works. Right? It just needs something little because we got lots going on here. Oh, so I'm going to take one for the team. I'm going to try something. Well, actually, I can try it with this. I have never tried, like the way those are laid out. I've never tried using this on a photo. I don't know if it will work. So what I'm going to do is pretend. This was the black and white version that I had created. I know that's a lot, you guys. It's a lot. Oh, a pair of reading glasses. I like it. I bet there's some in there. Wanda, I will look because we could replace it with that. We'll see if there's reading glasses. I really like the plain black and white ones, but unfortunately, I think it just takes, I think you got to go in with the book covers because it's just part of what it is. So let's try though. This is what I wanted to try. I wanted to try to see if I could do this. And then if this will come off or if it will hurt the photo. Okay, there we go. Let's pretend. And then let's see what happens if it pulls up ink from the photo. It does not. It does not. Which means I can do this. Now watch it pull up color. All right. I can keep those together like that. That's that awesome highlighter tape that I was using earlier, and that I have on the website too. I didn't think I was going to use it today, so I didn't add it in the things I'm using. But you'll see it. You'll see it. It's just called highlighter tape. Okay. Now let's see if I can pull that up again. Deborah. So Deborah, that's what I'm using. This is glossy. Both of them were glossy. So look at that. It does not damage that glossy photo paper. Now, here's the thing. This could be a point. It's not damaging the glossy photo paper that I'm using, right? It's not damaging the one I'm using. I'm not sure which one I'm using here. I have it linked on my website, but I don't know which one. So that's a good point. Always try. Remember how I tested that first just to make sure that it wasn't going to hurt it? Especially if you have a photo that is original and you can't duplicate it, you don't want to do something like that because you don't want to ruin it and then not be able to have another you know, printout or something of that photo. This will come right back off again. And I can reuse this tape. Oh, I cut it. There we go. A lot of times you could not do that with washi. You could not do that with other tape, but this tape is made for highlighting in a book. So I think it just has whatever the property is that is different with this tape that lets you, that doesn't pull the stuff up, doesn't pull up any of the ink from the photo or the words or anything like that. All right. I haven't had it pull up color. Oh, Deborah, got it. Deborah said she hasn't had it pull up color, but it has dulled the glossiness. So again, I think it's probably depending on the photo paper that you're using and probably also the printer, however the ink is processed on the printer. All right, that's a lot, you guys. I mean, that's a busy list, but guess what? It's busy because of all of this. And that, to me, is what makes it fun, because those are the book covers. And so you get a totally different impression of the books this way than you would the books this way, right? So as much as I would like to have it be black and white, not going to do it. I'm going to keep it that way. Oh yes, we were going to look for glasses and then we will be done. Because of course, if I'm reading a book, I have to have my glasses on. Well, I have my glasses on all the time. Unless if I'm driving, I can't wear them while I'm driving because I don't need that kind of seeing. And also not while I'm watching TV because I don't need that kind of seeing. I can see the far away. Look at all those. Those are so awesome. Okay. I don't think we have any glasses there, but we might have glasses in the die cuts. Oh, I know we do. I know we have glasses in the die cuts because I had them in the little flat lay. So let's see, we might need to, I think that they were up here somewhere. I swear I had glasses. Maybe. I might have to look, you guys. I might have to look after. Well, a really easy way to see is you look at the back of the die cut packaging. Ah, okay. So guess what? Not glasses. There are glasses on top of a book. So no glasses. I could probably draw my own glasses or find a little glasses sticker somewhere. But for now, in absence of those, then that is going to be it. Oh, and you know what? I'm okay. I don't feel like I really need to date this one because all of those are dated. So for all intents and purposes, they are dated. I just have to fit one more of these guys in. Whoopsie, what did I just lose? Anyhow, this can just slide in there wherever. Okay, friends, I am going to finish us off now. I'm going to turn off the lights, rotate the camera, and we will say our goodbyes. So we have lots of, well, not lots, but just a few things to discuss, to chat about. Number one, we are not together. Oh, bookstore. The bookstore die cut is still attached to my, iPad. Deborah, yes, there are glasses in Vicky's print shop. I'll have to see if there's a little tiny one. Maybe in the sticker book. Maybe there's a little tiny one in the sticker book for print shop. That's a great suggestion. Thank you. That was weird. It seems like it's really low. Okay, friends, we are not listing together on the 18th. I will be out of town, so we'll be listing together again on the 25th. The 25th is a very big day. That is when we are celebrating the 3-year anniversary of our Saturday sessions. March 21st, 2020 was the very first one that I did. And that was that Intro to Traveler's Notebooks class that I did. That's still out here on, well, they're all out on YouTube. But so on the 25th, we will be celebrating that. Is 3 years. And then every year when I do this, I also lump in another celebration, April 1st, not an April Fool's joke. April 1st was the first day 4 years ago that I left my job at Simple Stories and turned my Layle by Mail side hustle into a full-time thing. So cause for lots of celebration, and we will be doing that here on my YouTube channel on Saturday, March 25th, 2023 at 9 a.m. Pacific. It will be all day. So we'll start at 9 Pacific and we'll probably go to about 6 p.m. Pacific. We'll do a break in there. So there will be two separate, there'll be a part 1 and then a break, and there'll be a separate session that's a part 2, just so I can take a break for an hour and grab something to eat and go to the bathroom and rest and whatever. So that's the plan. There will be lots of giveaways all day. And you guys, it's like an open house. Come and go as you please. I'll be doing something different all throughout the day. There'll be listing. I'll be working a little bit in my out the window traveler's notebook. So I'll kind of talk about that process. We'll do kind of a little bit of playing on layering. So I'll spend a little bit more time putting a little bit more meat behind some different tips for when you're trying to layer, because I hear from a lot of you that you struggle with layering. So we'll talk about layering and go through some different examples. Anyhow, I have a whole full day planned. I have 3 pages in my listing workbook of things planned. So I will also be showing you all 5 of my brand new stamp sets that day. That's probably the very first thing that we'll start out with. And they will go up for sale the night before on the 24th. So stay tuned for that. Giveaways. We ended up with 4 today because I kept adding things. Let me tell you what the giveaways are. The way you participate in the giveaway today is to, when the video is over, circle back, leave a comment on the video. So not in the chat, leave a comment on the video and tell me just an acronym that you would use. FYI, TTFL, TTFN, whatever. An acronym that you would use, or just say hi, whatever. Leave a comment, and when we are together, right before we're together again on the 25th, I will draw 4 random lucky winners. So the first one is the 2023, this guy, the 2023 Year in Review Project Kit. That's the whole kit and the class that goes with it. That is the first prize for today. The second one is a reading pad. I don't know where the pad went, somewhere here, but the pad is what I used to create, oh, there it is. One of those little reading pads with 50 little things. Layle, which video should we comment on? Oh, that's a good point, Deborah. Huh. Okay, I'll do 2 giveaways on this one and 2 on the first one. That's a good point. I wouldn't have thought about that. Then, what is that listing with Layle? Oh, that was one. I gave you a sneak peek of one of my brand new stamp sets. That is that one, that listing with Layle. That little guy. So 1 lucky winner will win that listing with Layle stamp set. It's not even available yet. You can't even buy it yet. I'll have them next week, but you can't buy them yet. And the last one was all of the hard eyes stuff. All of the hard eyes stuff that I have left over. That is the collection that I used on my February about last month. So tons of stickers left over and paper and washi. I'll just bundle all that up in a little bag and ship it off to you. So those are the 4 prizes. Leave a comment on this video. You might as well leave a comment on both because then you double your chances. Leave a comment on either of the 2 from today or both, and then we'll be good. I think that's all, you guys. I think that is all. Oh, one more, and I'll send an email about this tomorrow. For those of you that purchased the Love My Dog, the reschedule is for this coming week. And don't worry, we should be fine. We did fine with Love My Cat last week. Whatever technical difficulties were going on, they were fine for Love My Cat the next night. So that class is coming up next week. So stay tuned for that. Deborah said, Layle, happy early St. Patrick's Day and your 60th birthday. Happy early birthday. That's why I wore the green today, because we're getting close to St. Patrick's Day. All right, friends. I think that's it. Okay, I think that's all. Thank you for joining me today on both, since we ended up on 2 different sessions. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Don't forget PSA. Oh, I think that was an acronym that I wanted to write down. PSA, public service announcement. A quick little PSA. Tonight is daylight savings. We lose an hour's sleep. Well, if you're in Arizona, you don't. If you're in Hawaii, you don't. And I think if you're in Indiana, you don't either. But the rest of us all do the silly thing. So don't forget to move your clocks forward because we lose an hour's sleep. But that means we get more daylight, which is good. All right, friends, I'm off. I'm going to go find something to eat, and I will see you guys later. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.